Hey, hope how we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Everton against Newcastle. Come on the Barcodes. Come on Newcastle. This is what we want tonight. Come on a Newcastle win. Listen, Newcastle don't have great away form. I'll be dead honest with you. Newcastle's away form, 1 win in 9 for Newcastle. 1 win in 9 away games. And I think of the 1 win in 9, there's also 5 defeats in that. So, not great away. And, you know, they've played some teams away from home that you would maybe expect them to win. But just a 1 win in 9 away games for Newcastle. That was coming up against Union Saint-Gilloise in the Champions League. Probably a game they should have been expected to win as well. So, yeah, away from home, shocking. Everton, on the flip side, they've only lost once at home. So, Everton's home form, Newcastle's away form is... so, it's going to be a big game, this one. All the form points to an Everton win. Maybe an Everton draw at the very least. But, I'm really rooting for the Newcastle win. Shell's our Everton fan in the chat. We've got plenty of Everton fans in the chat, to be fair. But, Shell, I'm really sorry if... because I know you've been poorly recently. So, sending my love. But, I've got to back against your team today. Come on, Newcastle. Why is that all... I don't like that. I do not like that. That can go over there, thank you. There you go, that's a bit better. Jaden, finally no Pope. Yes, I was going to say, let's have a look at the lineups. Let's go through the lineups, because the lineups are a bit of an indicator as to how these two teams will go about it. Everton, well, Gana Gay suspended, right? So the one change I thought Everton would make is the one they have made. They've brought in Tim Irabunum to replace Gana Gay, but I thought they might maybe make a couple of others. In the end, they've gone with Pickford in goal, Jake O'Brien right back. Obviously, Seamus Coleman limping out of that Manchester United game last week as well. So he got a start, he limped out of it. So we've got Pickford in goal, O'Brien right back, Tarkovsky, Keane centre back, Mikalenko left back. In midfield, James Garner, Irabunum, and the match winner from last week, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. On the right, Iliman Ndiaye. On the left, Jack Grealish. And centre forward, Tierno Barry. For Newcastle, it is Ramsdale in goal. Yeah, Nick Pope has been dropped. That's the big news coming out of Newcastle. Hall on the left, Byrne, Tiao and Livramento at the back. Joe Linton, Bruno and Miley. No Tonali. Tonali only good enough for a place on the bench in that midfield. So it's Miley, Bruno and Joe Linton making up the midfield. And then on the left it's Barnes. On the right it's Elanga. And at centre forward it's Voltemade. So, again, Anthony Gordon being left on the bench. How do you feel about that if you're an Everton fan? Anthony Gordon, a player who Everton fans don't really get on with anymore. So, I don't know, I'm torn. I'm really torn. I feel like if Anthony Gordon would have started, that might have actually benefited Everton, because it would have got the crowd whipped up, wouldn't it? Maybe it's a tactical thing from Eddie Howe to not put Anthony Gordon in, do you think? Do you think that's the thinking? Joel says Anthony Gordon doesn't deserve a start. Well, I mean, look, there's that as well. I know he's not been brilliant this season. He's been asked to play a slightly different role. But do you think there's an element of maybe Eddie Howe playing the occasion and thinking, well, listen, they're going to get riled up by Anthony Gordon, so maybe we put Anthony Gordon on the bench, bring him on later on in the game if we need him to. Callum says Everton 2, Newcastle 1. Callum Coyle says, doing Fulham after. I'm not. No, I'm not doing Fulham after, mate. No. And Callum, LFC, I bought 3 shirts for £55 and all authentic. Decent, that. Nice. On a Permo says Gordon's been shite this season. Has he not? He has, but I don't think Newcastle have been terrific. They're in 14th, mate. They're 4 points off the relegation zone. There's a lot of players in that Newcastle attack, not fantastic. You know, Harvey Barnes has done well recently, but, you know, he's had his moments as well. Elanga, he hasn't started his Newcastle career particularly well. I just look at it and think, well, maybe... I don't know. I think Gordon's a really good player. I'm surprised that he's been dropped, but I can understand the thinking at the very least that he hasn't been at it this season, but I don't think many of the Newcastle attack have. What are we saying? Sorry, Warwork, he's not starting because he's not been great. Sivar says 2-0 to Everton, and Eng Yusuf Ahmed Yu says, I meant to say Pope isn't dropped, but he's injured his groin in training. Oh yeah, God, I was going to say Pope's not even on the bench. He's not been dropped, has he? He's not been dropped at all. Pope's not even on the bench. It's Ruddy on the bench. And Joe says Gordon starting would have given them an advantage with the crowd and all that. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely agree. Be yourself, Dylan. City had to win. Yeah, well, they did in the end, didn't they? But it wasn't particularly confident or Liam, was you surprised about Leeds? I was, mate. Yeah, I thought they seemed to give a really good account of themselves. I had it on. I was doing bits. I was working away while I was watching it, so it wasn't like a fully concentrated game, but I saw quite a bit of what Leeds did, and I thought, honestly, when they got it back to 2-2, I actually thought for a spell there, it looked like Leeds might end up going on and winning it, so maybe a tad unfortunate to lose the game in the end. Does that change how you feel about Danny Farker, though? Because you said you wanted him out the other day, so does that change how you feel about him? Callum says either an edge Everton win or a 3-0 Newcastle. One of them games, and glad City won. Can't see Arsenal run away with it, mate. Oh, I hope not too. Yeah, we need City to step it up, don't we? Look at the state of this again. Light shows at football. Can we kill this? Can we kill light shows at football games? It's madness. It's absolute madness. Honor Permo says, biscotti. Not a fan of biscotti. But hey, to each their own, mate. Whatever works for you. Reese, how's it going? Jake, come on Newcastle. I'm going to hate watch Everton. 2-1 Newcastle in my opinion. And Onyes is 1-1. I think Grealish and Voltemade to score. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The Eastern Red, how are you, Key? I am bloody good, mate. I am fantastic. I've had a really, really good day. Yeah, I was going to do the 12:30 earlier today. I was going to do a championship game, but I didn't end up doing it. To be honest, I had a bad day yesterday. It was dead busy. Didn't really sleep all that well. So I had a better night's kip. Woke up, went up the park, took the dogs up the park, took my little girl out, and had a good day. And then came and, good. It's going to be a good stream, this. It's going to be a good live, I think. Hopefully it's a good game to match the live at the very least. D-Boy Leo says, right. Sorry, Walty. Joe, right, I'll see you later, Key. Take it easy, mate. Yeah, hopefully a good result for you, man, and we'll see you maybe at half-time or full-time if you're back. Flag displays are clear. Game's gone. Be yourself, Dylan thinks it's going to be Leeds and Burnley to go down. Sunderland are unbelievable. Sunderland turning that round against Bournemouth as well. I think that's the result of the day so far, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible stuff. The Everton bench doesn't fill with confidence, does it? If you look at the Everton bench and you've got Welch, Travers, King, Campbell, Asnu, a lot of players you probably won't recognise on that Everton bench. Alcaraz, Beto, Dibbling, McNeil are obviously the ones that could step up. For Newcastle, Willock, Tonali, Shah, Ramsey, Murphy, Gordon, lots of talent there, and then I just feel like that attack is where Newcastle can win it, can be the difference makers. Ilanga, Voltemade, Barnes, they've got a really solid midfield. I'm surprised he's not starting Tonali. What do we think the thinking is there? He's put Lewis Miley in for Tonali. Odd that, innit? Very odd. On a Permo, the last 10 minutes were crazy with the red card and all the yellows, all the real fouls and all the winning fouls. Key says, what's your prediction for the game? My prediction is... Oh, Newcastle are in the green kit. My prediction is Newcastle to win 2-1. That's my prediction. Right, I need to change the Newcastle kit because I thought they'd be in the black kit. I did not think that they would be playing in green. So I need to change the... to change the old colour scheme. There you go, that's a bit better. Shell, come on my Toffees. Boo, Gordon not playing. Jay Sakini says, if Chelsea beat Arsenal tomorrow, would Chelsea be considered title contenders? No. Not by me. I mean, look, would they be by the media? Probably, because the media love to paint anyone. They want a title race, don't they? But no, I don't think Chelsea are title contenders. Not at all. I'd be very, very surprised if Chelsea got anywhere close to the top two. I don't think Chelsea finished second, let alone potentially finish third. First, sorry. Let me rein that back in. Shell, no, 2-0, we win key and go fifth. Everton in the European places by tonight. 3 wins on the spin, just as Liverpool are in the bin. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but that might well be what happens. Everton, 3 on the spin. The Reds are in the bin. No chance. Come on, Newcastle. Got to finish these off. Right, we're off and underway at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is it. Elanga. They're in. They're in already. Finish it, lad. Oh, nearly 1-0 in 20 seconds. Nearly 1-0, 20 seconds in. Elanga flying down the right-hand side. He was one-on-one, basically, with Pickford. And that is how quick he is down that right-hand side. He couldn't get close to him, Mykolenko, in the end. I think he probably should do better, actually, Elanga. Liam says thoughts on Liverpool Leeds next week under the lights at Ellen Road. Oh, I just hope it's... Oh, T.O. It's 1-0. Newcastle have scored. Get in there. Yes, have a bit of that. I told you it was a fast start. And they should have been 1-0 up from Elanga just a few seconds ago. And the first corner in the game, Malik Thiaw, first goal for Newcastle, I think. Oh, Everton. Oh, Everton. We're all laughing at you. Yes, come on. Malik Thiaw, great header. Yes. No chance, keeper. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Oh, that's shocking defending. Absolutely shocking defending. Yes. This is the game I wanted. This is the game I was looking for. Everton losing early doors. Newcastle have won 1 in 9 away from home. Let's get this done. Come on. Come on, barcodes. Let's give us what we want. Give the people what they want, Newcastle. 1-0. Let's go and kill it off. Let's have a nice 2-3-0 away win. Easy. Maybe 3 or 4. Why not? They're in again here. Go on. Oh. Callum says we are now 14. Hey, listen. Liverpool will sort themselves out. Liverpool will be fine. I'm not worried about Liverpool. Liverpool are absolutely fine. We'll be okay. We've got the quality in the squad. We've got the ability. We're just not showing it right now. It's better to have the ability and not be able to show it rather than not have the ability and just be a bit garbage. I don't think that's the case with Liverpool. Oh, this is brilliant play by Newcastle. Oh, unlucky. Liam got 2 big home games next week. Who have you got other than Liverpool? Who are you playing other than Liverpool? Here's Everton down the right-hand side. Here's Illiman and Dye. Keep him out, Newcastle. Keep him out. Keep him out. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Show him over there. He's got no left foot him anyway. He's got no left foot him anyway. He's all right. He's all right. Timur Abunum. Mykolenko. Grealish. He's all right as well. He's all right. He's steering away. Yeah, get up, soft lad. Yes, well done. We love that. Liam says Chelsea Wednesday. Oh, Chelsea and then Liverpool. Oh, yeah, that's a tough game, isn't it? I hope you do, Chelsea. Beat Chelsea and then you can bounce back with a win. We can bounce back with a win against you. So you just ride the wave. I'll let you have the win against Chelsea, but you got to lose against us. 6 easy points. You probably will. Do you know what? If that be Liverpool, typical Liverpool, you'll probably stick 2 or 3 past us, and Danny Farker will get manager of the month. Absolutely fantastic at making, managers who are struggling, give them a bit of a lift up. That's Liverpool to a T. Oh, I tell you. Do you know what's crazy? I feel like Pickford should do better there. I know it's so close to him, but I feel like, I don't know, am I being too harsh? I feel like Pickford's got to do better. He's like pawing at fresh air there. Jack, excuses. I think you've forgotten what you said during pre-season at the start of the season. Why? What did I say at pre-season at the start of the season? I can tell you what I said, which is Liverpool won't win the league. I said that before a ball was kicked. As soon as we had all the new signings and whatever, and Jota, I said quite clearly, I don't think we win the league. I don't think we get... I thought we'd be in a title race, but I didn't think we'd win the league. I always said this was going to be a bit of a transitional year for Liverpool. I didn't think it was quite... I didn't think it was going to be quite this bad. 3-star Red says, logged into my account to place a bet today, found 33 return from last night's Ipswich game. Cashed out on my afternoon acca for 29. The bet came in for 59. Still pleased though. Win is a win. Good lad. That's a result. That is absolutely a result. Here's Grealish. Over to Barry. Barry falls over his own shadow. He can't hack it in the Premier League at this moment in time, Tierno Barry, and it's a shame because I think there's a real player in there. He's not had a good start. Here's Voltemada. Tarkovsky's all over him like a cheap suit. Go on, Nick. You got to get a second here, Newcastle. Josh says Barry and Beto could be the worst strike force I've seen for some time. But I don't think you'll ever see them on the pitch at the same time, to be honest. You'll never see them together. Moyes ain't going to play with 2 strikers. But Tierno Barry, I do think there's ability there. I don't want to be too harsh on him. There is ability there with Tierno Barry. He's just a little bit raw. And he's kind of moved too quick in his career. Like, he's literally moved... I think he's had 5 moves in quick succession. Like, every 12 months, the guy has moved club. And he's gone from being in the French 5th division. I think he was in the 5th division of France. And then he got a move to, like, the Belgian 2nd division. And then he went from the Belgian 2nd division to the Swiss First League. And then he went from there to Villarreal, and then he's gone from Villarreal to Everton. So he's kind of, maybe it's 4, not 5. But he's moved, like, dead quickly every, like, 12 to 18 months. And I don't ever feel like you've settled. But he's done well at every level, apart from this one. I don't know, still time. Josh, as options, they are pants. It's not really the style of centre-forward that David Moyes wants either, is it? Oh, this is brilliant play. Newcastle. Here, chance. Must be. Oh, unlucky. It's going to be a corner. Harvey Barnes, nearly 2-0 to Newcastle. 8 minutes in. Goodness me. And Callum says, Key, did you see Calvert-Lewin has more Prem goals than Barry and Beto? Does he really? I didn't know that. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin. Relegation threatened Leeds already. More goals. And to be honest, I did think he should have stayed at Everton. Or Everton should have paid the money. He's better than either of the strikers they've got at the minute. Oh, nearly 2-0 again. Pickford. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. He got away with one there, Jordan. Jordan Little Arms. Timbo says Calvert-Lewin's 2026 World Cup call-up starts here. What does he get fouled? He don't get fouled there. Where's the foul? It was his own player. You're not getting a foul. I hate that. Keepers get a foul every time. What if someone touches him? It's pathetic. Liam says, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, when he's fit, he's a handful. I'm more than happy with him. He's not going to be a striker that keeps you up, though. Ball in. Oh, Barry. Good defending from Livramento. Here's Grealish with the corner. Come on, Newcastle, keep him out. He played it short, played it quick. Grealish. They wasted it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Callum says Calvert-Lewin 3, I think, and Beto and Barry have 1. 3-star Reds were certainly back on target, Callum, to be safe before Christmas. Or just after that win last weekend was the one that lit the blue touch paper. Scott Downen, this start makes the Man U Everton result look even worse. It does, doesn't it? It's brilliant. I love it. I mean, listen, I'm a Liverpool fan, so it can't get much worse for us, but maybe it can. It can. The old Mick McCarthy meme. But, no, I'm happy as long as Everton are losing and United are losing. Chance! Oh, nearly! Deflection! Why is Michael Keane Everton's best player? Why is Michael Keane literally Everton's best attacking player? The guy is on the end of everything. It's just a pump into the box, and he's there loitering around the edge of the area like a number 10. Tarkovsky with a little chest down. Michael Keane. Do you know what? At this point, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Moyes put Michael Keane as a centre-forward. Because you'd get more out of Michael Keane as an auxiliary centre-forward than you would Beto or Barry. Timbo says, prediction for Chelsea-Arsenal tomorrow, Key. If you say Arsenal win, I will leave the stream. All right. Chelsea lose. No, I can't see Chelsea winning, sadly. I think a draw is an absolute best you're going to get, but nah. Not for me, anyway. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's been known to happen occasionally. But, no, I fancy Arsenal to win that one. Timbo, is that Michael Keane or prime Dele Alli? Oh, hey, looking at that dive. Prime Tom Daly. Never mind Dele Alli. Keane is going to win the Ballon d'Or, says Callum and Jaden. Can't me on Newcastle. Don't know what you're saying, Jaden. Callum, Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2 tomorrow. Chelsea aren't that good and Barca are just terrible. I think I'm of that thinking as well. 2-1 sounds about right, Arsenal-Chelsea. I think Arsenal win it. And it basically just puts the title in their hands. Here's Everton down the left-hand side. Grealish. Chance. Good block. Out to Garner. Miles over. Is it going to be a corner? Dan Barker. Key. Rochdale got 3 points today. Quite a few surprising results today. To be honest, I thought a few teams gave a good account of themselves in the Football League. I mean, I was surprised with Hull winning at Stoke earlier today. I was going to do that game in the early kickoff. Hull getting a late win at Stoke, that was unbelievable. Puts Hull right back up there, doesn't it? Borough winning it late against Derby County. Coventry turning it around against Charlton. Did Stockport Barnsley finish 1-1? ZQXV says TR is signing of the season. I wouldn't go that far, but he's done all right for you. Yeah, he's done okay. Liam Manning, Joe Gelhardt again with a winner. He's found his level. He's still only young, isn't he? Joe Gelhardt. I feel like he could still kick on. 3-star Reds, is Liverpool an early kick-off tomorrow or the Monday night game? It's tomorrow, 2:05. So tomorrow we have a very, very big day. So I hope you're all planning on being there because tomorrow I am live from 11:30. I'm going to be stood here basically all day tomorrow. I'm going to be like Rocky training for it because I'm basically stood here all day from about 11:30. I might have time to nip the toilet for 30 seconds in between each live, but 11:30, Manchester United against Palace, or rather it's at Palace, innit? So Palace against Man United, then West Ham v Liverpool, then Chelsea v Arsenal, pretty much back to back. So it's going to be a very, very busy afternoon, but from 11:30 to about 7 o'clock, Long day. Hopefully you're all with me for most of it. Timbo, who would be signing of the season? Xhaka. I think Xhaka, yeah. And Noah Sparrow, who got the assist for Thiago? Whoever took Newcastle's corner. I'm not sure. Let's have a look, I'll tell you. Would it be Alanga or Barnes? Maybe. Miley. There you go. Lewis Miley with the assist. Lewis Miley with the corner. On a Permo says tomorrow is an exciting day of football. Yeah, it should be a good giggle, if nothing else. Shell, come on, Blues. Well, Voltamar has just given a foul away there. And Everton are going to pump it in the... Oh, Grealish and Bruno having a little word here. Grealish and Bruno having a little word. Oh, go on, have a fight. Yeah, big girls, blouses. Look at him. Callum says, signing of the season. Everton chance, keep him out. Signing of the season for me is Henderson or Zubamendi. I can't give it to Zubamendi. I can't give it to Zubamendi because I don't feel like he's massively improved Arsenal. He's done well, but like I don't feel like Arsenal are anywhere other than where they would be without him. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't Zubamendi and they'd put Marino in there, I feel like Arsenal would probably still be where they are. They'd still be top. Maybe they wouldn't be as top as they are. Maybe they wouldn't be as far clear, but they'd be top. So I can't really give it to Zubamendi. I think Xhaka is the one who's been transformative. I think Henderson, to some degree, has been transformative, but probably not as much as Xhaka has. So, yeah, I would say Xhaka's the one. I think there's a few others, to be honest. I think Bournemouth, when you look at Bournemouth, I think Truffert's come in and done really well on that left-hand side at Bournemouth. Yeah, you're looking at teams who've like massively overperformed. So I would say it's Xhaka. That would be mine anyway. Sean Patino, how's it going, Sean? I benched Thiago on my FPL, for fuck's sake, and Timbo says I triple captained Haaland today. Pain. Yeah, I think I'd have gone for the triple captain Haaland against Leeds. Leeds and Burnley, they're the ones where you want Haaland captain. Chance, good block, good defending. I tell you what, Everton are pushing forward now. They're getting into some good areas. Empty says Siddiqui too. Siddiqui's not done bad yet. And Ronnie says for United signing from me is either Mbermo or Cunha. I don't think you can give it to Cunha. He's got one goal all season, hasn't he? And Mbermo's had a decent start for United, but again, I don't feel like United are anywhere higher or lower than they would be. They were basically around that point here last season. Chance, keep him out! Keep him out, Newcastle! Keep him out! Good defending. Good ball in and headed away. Well done. Oh, they're hanging on a bit here, Newcastle. They're hanging on. Ronnie, United under 18s beat Liverpool 7-0. Oh, yeah, I saw that. 7-0. That's it doesn't rain, it pours for Liverpool at the minute. Bars triple Thiago this week, buzzing. And Jack the Butter Boy, Liverpool are crap. Oh, Jack. Oh, hit me where it hurts. Mark, who is your biggest flop in the Prem? Whatever, or just this season? If we're talking this season, I don't know. It's difficult. I guess there's not really been too many like players who've signed who are well below what we thought they would be. Like there's players who are like, you could say Isak, right? You could say Isak because he's not been fit. He's not been fit. There's not really an awful lot you could throw at his performances because he's not been on the pitch. You could say players like maybe Wirtz and Xavi Simons maybe, but again, they're very young and they're in teams that aren't playing very well. So it's hard to call them a flop. I don't really know. I guess if I was talking about flops, would be someone who's playing week in, week out, or in a team that should be doing well, but they aren't. Flops. I tell you, it would be considered a flop for me. And I think he's really had a bit of a drop off, and City have had to drop him. I think Reinders has been really poor for City. Whenever I've watched him play, I think he's been really poor. He had a wonderful game, first game of the season against Wolves, and then after that, I think he's been shocking. Ronnie says Gyökeres. Maybe Gyökeres. I don't know. I feel like Gyökeres has had a decent start. He's not been great, but he's not been terrible either. Mike says people complaining about City getting plus 10 minutes like Foden's goal was in the 10th minute. And Mark says, deceived me. What about deceived you? What you on about? This season deceived me. Empty says, Brozier is the biggest flop, signed for 23 million. I mean, that's true enough, I guess. Yeah, when I look at the teams who have and like the players that have signed for big money as well, and how they've done subsequently, Dango Ouattara, has he justified a £42 million outlay? I think he's done all right, hasn't he, Dango Ouattara? Wolves, I don't think there's anyone really there that stands out. Arokadari, 26 million. He's not really had a kick, has he? Forest, Amari Hutchinson, 43.4 million. That doesn't seem like a smart signing. Dan and Doy, 42. Has he justified it? Delane Bakwa, 35. Callum Wendell, 30. There's quite a few of them Forest signings I look at now and I think, ooh, I don't know, you know. McAtee, 26. He's not had a kick. McAtee, Callum Wendell, Bakwa, and Doy, Hutchinson. It's like 150 million there spent, if not more. Elanga's a bad one. Yeah, Anthony Elanga, I think, is a bad one. That's a very first shout. Anthony Elanga has been very poor, I think, for Newcastle. Chelsea, Gittins, 56. Jamie Bino Gittins, 56 million. Has he justified his fee? I wouldn't say so. Garnacho, 46. No. It's tough, innit? I don't know. I find it very difficult to say absolutely this player, because there's probably a good case for 10 or 20. Jorrel Hato, 44.2. Still very young him. Same with Liam Delap. I think young players you kind of have to rule out a little bit. Kevin. What about Kevin at Fulham? 40 million quid. That's possibly that's a bad one. Evan Gessand, 30 million for Villa. But yeah, Tijani Reinders, 55 million. I think that's probably one up there that I would say is... He's a very, very clear shout for me for flop of the season. 55 million quid. That doesn't seem like good money. 65 million for Xavi Simons. He's a young lad. I tell you what, Tyler Diblin, I know he's also a young lad, but Everton spent 42 million on him when they desperately needed a right back. And 42 million on Tyler Diblin. They haven't really played him. Apparently, he can't get a kick. Apparently, Moyes isn't too happy with him in training. How true that is, I don't know. But it's he's not getting any time at all off the bench. When you consider how hard Everton went for him, I don't know. I would have thought that they would have maybe played him a touch more. Jake O'Brien not happy with Jordan Pickford there. Not happy at all, and he's kicked the ball straight out for a corner. Newcastle coming forward, and he didn't tell Jake O'Brien about the guy on his shoulder. O'Brien screaming at Pickford to come out and claim it, and now Everton have a corner from the exact same side where they conceded that first goal. And it's going to be Miley again. Miley with the ball in. TR on top again. Here we go. WNL, surely no one is going to catch Coventry at the top. I froze. Don't say I froze. Please don't say I froze. I've not froze, have I? Don't say that. Don't say I froze. Come on. Have I froze? Have I gone back? Have I sorted? Saying I'm live on YouTube. Last thing I need is me freezing. No. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm sorted. I'm good. Chance, Newcastle. Yes, it's 2! Yes! And it's Lewis Miley. It's 2-0. Yes. Yes. Go on. Get in there. And Jordan Pickford's had a shocker. Jordan Pickford's had an absolute nightmare. And do you know what? If there was one team that Jordan Pickford wouldn't want to do this against, it's Newcastle. Lewis Miley with a strike from the edge of the box. It's bouncing down into the ground. Everton don't clear the lines. It's absolutely shocking play. The ball comes to the edge of the box. It just bobbles around. Lewis Miley with a strike. Oh, and Jordan Pickford. Oh, hey, I don't know how you've managed that. Oh, it's straight at you. It's straight at you, Jordan. It is straight at you. Oh, little arms. Oh, little arms. 2-0. He's only got little arms. Yes. There you go. How did that go through his leg, says Ryan. I don't know, but I love it. I love it. And Moyes, he's got a face like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle. It's 2-0. Oh, PSG lost to Monaco, says MT. And Adam says, what would be a good season for Newcastle? I think given the upheaval in the summer, you've got to give Newcastle a little bit of credit for the upheaval in the summer with Isak and the fact that Voltemada only comes in late. And they spend the first few games playing Anthony Gordon at centre-forward and things like that. So, for me, I think a good season for Newcastle would be top 6. I'd look at that as progress for Newcastle. Would you? Is that fair? I would say that's progress. Liam says, why is Miley in the team? That's why, key. And Liam says, Jack has been the best signing, I'd say. Flamengo, how's it going, Oliveira? Ben, did you watch Leverkusen and Dortmund too? Did I watch them or will I watch them? I don't know. What, have they played? Have they played today? I haven't seen the Bundesliga results. I know that Bayern went down. Bayern were losing against St. Pauli, weren't they? Monaco beating PSG. Bloody hell. Yeah, I only know that Bayern struggled against PSG, struggled against St. Pauli. But I don't know if they've played yet or if they're about to play. I've not kept up with the Bundesliga today. 92 FC, evening key. How's it going? Good to see you. And Callum says the Scouse Geordies are winning 2-0. 3-star Reds back on again, thank goodness. A few other YouTube channels went down who are also covering the game. Shelley has got those shears out trimming the cables. Well, I'm back. I'm back. I was only down temporarily, apparently. But I'm back. And Clarkey says that's what Everton get for being too cocky at Old Trafford. It just shows, doesn't it? This is, see, for me, Everton are a really, really organised side under David Moyes. And they always will be. Because that's how David Moyes' teams are. Very, very organised. Very structured. But they don't tend to be very free-flowing, I guess. Here, they're in again. Here it is, Barnes. They don't tend to create enough. Oh, off the bar! Nearly 3! It's not Barnes, it was Lewis Hall. How far are the fullbacks? Oh, and Michael Keane's having a go at Pickford here. Michael Keane was scrapping with Garner Gay last week. Now he's trying to scrap with Pickford. He's wind his neck in. Oh! Unlucky. Off the bar. And Onapermo says Palmeiras against Flamengo tonight. Some good games coming up. Ben Hughes says mic. What about the mic? Looks like you are locked in with your new mic. What do you mean locked in? It's going to be a foul, free kick. 92 FC, I went to the shop and we are 2-0 up, I just noticed. Adam464, was that United result because Everton were good or United poor? I think it's the latter. I think that's a little bit harsh. I would say Everton did very well. Everton played really, really well before the sending off and I think they played really well after the sending off. how much is it down to United being poor and how much is it down to Everton playing well? I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Is it that United were playing poorly and they just didn't turn up on the day? Or is it that Everton, they did turn up on the day and played really well? Ultimately, it all comes down to how you play on the day, but I thought Everton were much, much the better team and fully deserved the result, and I thought they were great before the game, before the sending off, and even better after it. So, here's Barry. And he's just been ran out there. Dan Burn. Honestly, Tierno Barry, I like him a lot. I really do. I think he's got a lot of ability. I know I keep saying it every time I mention the lad, but I feel like he's got to do better here. He's got to hold the ball up. He's got to get a better touch on. He's got to use his body more. Tierno Barry's a big lad. He's a big lad, and he's got he's got strength and he's got pace. He could do better against Dan Burn there. Callum says, Everton desperately need the next goal. If Newcastle get it, it could be 4 or 5 tonight. Feels like one of them nights for Everton. This could be a bad night. Yeah, unless they stem the tide, maybe get a goal before half-time, it could get a whole lot worse. Clarkey says, Jordan Pickford has T-Rex arms. And Nathan, good evening. Good to see you, Nathan. How's things? Liam, I reckon Keane wants to get someone sent off for them to play well again. Yeah, where do we think these two teams finish up this season? Because Newcastle, like we were saying, they've got Champions League football this year. They won the Carabao Cup last year. I think they're the favourites to win the Carabao Cup again this year. So I think any form of European competition next year would be good for Newcastle. Even if it's Europa League or Conference League, however so they get it, that would be absolutely brilliant. That would be an achievement, and Eddie Howe would, I think he would have done a decent job. European football. For Everton, I think a decent job for David Moyes is anywhere around that mid-table section, anywhere around 10th, 11th, 12th. If they were to get that, I'd think, okay, yeah, he's done well there. He's settled them down. Here's Barry. Oh, he stepped on the ball. Oh, Barry. I feel so sorry for the kid. He's having one of them games, and he's having one of them seasons. It's just everything's going wrong for him. I feel like I've bigged him up loads as well. I can't believe it, because I said all summer, there is a player here with Tierno Barry. I'd watched him for Villarreal. I was saying I think he'll come to the Premier League. He's got the right physique, the right profile. He's quick, he's strong, he's tall. You know, he can do a bit of everything. He can finish. He's very young. Villarreal aren't asking for the earth for him. I thought he would come to the Premier League, and then I watched him over the summer for France, and he was dreadful. And then he's come to Everton. I was gutted he came to Everton, because I was like, oh, I've said on the channel for months now I'm going to have to support him. He's come here and he's been shocking. But I've got to maintain, I do still think there's a player in there. Big Daddy Cool, 1995. You don't have to spam it, mate. We know the score. It is 1995, yes. 95 for the Blues. Liam says, Everton Europe, definitely, and Newcastle 17th. Everton aren't getting Europe. No chance. Here we go, good ball. Come on, Newcastle, finish him off. I don't think Forest finish above Everton, for what it's worth, Shelley. I think Everton will finish above Forest, but I think Forest might get European football next season by virtue of winning the Europa League. I think they might have a good season. I think it's going to be either Villa or Forest who end up winning it. Clarkey, I think Man United will finish 6th this season. No. Newcastle are in here. Chance. Oh, unlucky. Here's Lewis Hall. Come on. Let's get a third, Newcastle. Let's finish them off. Shell, I'm okay, 3-star. Got home before. Oh, that's good. I'm pleased to hear that, Shell. It's bloody awful being in hospital, isn't it? So I'm glad you're out and back home. Watching the Blues, although I don't necessarily think it's going to be the result you were hoping for. Sorry, lovely. Here we go. Come on, Lewis Hall. Pump it in the box. Barnes. Oh, he's got him. Oh, really good defending, actually. I thought he had him done there. Didn't think he was going to get past him. Tierno Barry gives it away. So, we've got Spurs v Fulham tonight. Tomorrow, Palace against Manchester United. Then West Ham, Liverpool. Then Chelsea, Arsenal. So, a big set of fixtures coming up. Shell had a seizure and came off my bike. Bloody hell, Shell. I hope you were wearing your helmet. Yeah, it's bad, that. Nathan says, nervous for tomorrow. We desperately need a win. Do you think you will? Do you think you will get the win? I think predictions for me tomorrow, I'm pretty confident that Liverpool will beat West Ham. But I was pretty confident that Liverpool would beat West Ham. Sorry, that Liverpool would beat anyone over the last couple of weeks. So every time we've played, I've said, yeah, I think we'll win. I think we'll turn it around tonight. And we've not. So, actually, ironically, apart from the Real Madrid game, I thought we'd draw that one. And we beat them. 92FC says Hall could be a top player. Good play. Yeah, listen, Lewis Hall's brilliant. Livramento's brilliant. There's certainly ability in that Newcastle squad with Hall, Livramento, Tonali, Thiaw, Baltamada now, Elanga, Anthony Gordon, Barnes. They've certainly got ability, and it's just how they knit it all together, I guess. MC, are you doing Spurs Fulham tonight? No, I'm not doing Spurs Fulham. I'm just doing this one tonight. This is my only Saturday game. It's the first time, actually, on a Saturday that I've only done one game. Pretty much every Saturday going, I do at least 2 or 3. But because I'm live for 3 tomorrow, it's a really, really big, busy day. I'm stood here for maybe 7 or 8 hours. I'm just gonna do tomorrow's games. Nathan, talking about Liverpool needing a win. Oh, talking about Liverpool need a win. Yeah, absolutely we need a win. We're desperate for the win. So important we win tomorrow. And do you know what? In a bizarre way, the performance is more important than the win. I think for Liverpool fans, it's more important that we nail the performance than the win. Like, if Liverpool were to draw tomorrow, but play really, really well, and maybe, hit the post, or, West Ham get a fluky equaliser or something like that, but we played really, really well and we've been dead unlucky, I think Liverpool fans would feel like, okay, fair enough, I can get behind that, that's fine. The issue has been that the performance has been so poor. We've not seen enough intensity or effort from a lot of the players. So everyone's kind of like, what's going on? But I feel like if we can get some new energy about the team, even if it's a draw, I feel like the Liverpool fans will get behind Slot in the most part. The media will still kick off. The media will still say, oh, he's shocking, and the away, rival fans will still have their moments even if we draw, but Dawood says, play really, really well, FC. Yeah, if that's I'd happily have that. 92 FC, I think Chow is perhaps Chow. Is it Chow? Chow. I thought it was Thiaw. Chow then. Okay, Chow. Malik Chow. Mona Saruk says, I reckon United bounce back and beat Palace, and you draw to West Ham as they're unbeaten in 5. Yeah, listen, Nuno Santo he knows how to make things very difficult for away teams. I'm sure he will. He'll know how to hurt Liverpool, and it'll be to go direct. It'll be to do the stuff that we've struggled against all season. 3-star Reds, if you lose tomorrow, I really think Slot will get the golden handshake or be under serious pressure. I just don't think it's the right decision to let him go, no matter what happens tomorrow. I don't think it changes anything. Daniel, would you take a draw against West Ham? No. And David Black, no chance United beat Palace. I don't think so either, but it wouldn't be a surprise given how United's season's gone. They've kind of flick-flacked in games. Nathan needs to shake the lineup up a bit. Yeah. At an absolute minimum, if McAllister... That's going to be the thing tomorrow, for me, at least. Because I'll be live for the Palace game, right? I'll be live for the Palace game, so you will get my reaction to it completely unedited. But if Liverpool start Alexis McAllister and Konate tomorrow, I think a lot of fans, including me, will start to think, Slot, you've kind of screwed the pooch here, because I don't know if I can get behind a manager that keeps starting Alexis McAllister and keeps starting Ibrahima Konate. Like, if he starts both of them, then they need to win then. They absolutely need to win. But at least if he changes things, I can kind of understand it. Monosaruk says Rooney was right about Van Dijk. Why? What did he say about Van Dijk? What did he say? In your view, I remember the conversation, but I want to know what you're referring to. What exactly was he right about? Monosaruk says, how has he not been sacked yet? He's lost 9 in 11. I think context matters, and I think we've lost 9 in 11, but we're still only 2 points off 4th. And as long as Liverpool get Champions League footy this season, I think he'll get back in. There'll be an understanding of how difficult it's been for him. It's a very, very difficult job at the moment. Daniel, you were correct in saying there's no winning against PSV. Absolutely. Here's Newcastle controlling the ball around the edge of the Everton box here. Can they get a third before half time? I wonder. Shard Atkins says, went from the best transfer window ever to now being questioned. Well, not for me anyway. Not for me. I can't speak for all Liverpool fans. I think certain Liverpool fans got a little bit overexcited, but I think the vast majority thought it was going to be a bit of a transitional year. Nathan, we're just having a COVID season again. We might need another Alisson header against West Brom, yeah, to qualify for the Champions League at the very end of the season. Here's Jake O'Brien. Everton not really penetrating Newcastle at all. Newcastle incredibly comfortable as this half comes to an end. They did have a little spell in the first, I think kind of before the second goal went in. Everton have lost their heads a little bit since that second goal, because as soon as the first goes in, Everton respond. They go up the other end of the pitch. They have a little spell where, they're getting in and around the Newcastle box. They're starting to probe and they're working some good angles. They're getting overloads on that right-hand side. Here's Illiman and Dye again. Ball in. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Now they're not really doing all the things that you would expect a team to do that's chasing the game. They're a little bit flat. And I think Moyes will want to get them in at half-time just to have a chat and reset and try and get them reinvigorated for that second half, because something needs to change if they're going to get back into this. Mona Saruk says, I think he did no coaching last season and you just carried on with Klopp's tactics. You saw how bad you guys played after you won the league for the remaining 6 games. That must be his tactics. That is absolutely bizarre take. That is an absolutely baffling take. That makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Just carried on with Klopp's tactics. He didn't carry on with Klopp's tactics. He didn't carry on with Klopp's tactics at all. We were completely different last season. Completely different. Oh, they're in again here. They're in again here. Could be 3. Should be 3. It is 3. Is he onside? Is he onside? It's Nick Volterman and it's 3-0. There you go. Yes. Get in there. Everton have fallen apart. They've fallen apart. It's 3-0 at half-time. And Moyes, I was just saying, Everton need to get in. They need the half-time whistle here. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And now I think that's the game done. They're done. Newcastle 1 win away in 9. And they've just got a second in 10. Oh, is he onside though? That's the question. It's a little floated ball over. Who's this? Oh, Irabunum. He's replaced Garner Gay, and that's what you get. That is what you get when you lose Garner Gay. Irabunum comes in, and he's had an absolute nightmare there, and he's cost Everton a 3rd goal. Some simple errors, and that's the difference at Premier League level. Jordan Pickford with an error for the 2nd. And now Irabunum with an error for the 3rd. The first goal, maybe you can't really do anything about, but they've compounded it with 2 big errors, and they're now 3-0 down. '92FC says the Dutch have produced some amazing players. You would think the Dutch league would be more prominent than it is. I think it's because when they do get quality Dutch players, they tend to leave quite quickly. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. It's 2 minutes of added on time here. And we're already... That's a fart handball. Is it handball? It is handball. It is handball. Craig... Oh, is it Craig Pawson? It's Craig Pawson refereeing. Oh, Craig Pawson refereeing Everton. They're going to go mad here about Craig Pawson, even though the referee has had no part to play in any of them 3 goals. There's nothing the referee could have done. They're 3-0 down. That ain't anything to do with Craig Pawson, is it? But Everton fans have got a thing with Craig Pawson. They don't like it when he refs them. 3-Star Red says, how much danger are Liverpool in of not getting into the knockout stages of the Champions League this season? No, we're nowhere near that. We're nowhere near that. I think the problem for Liverpool is... I mean, look at last season. If you look at last season... The PSG were basically struggling to get out of the Champions League knockout phase. They were struggling to get into that phase on the final game, I think, in the Champions League. Liverpool are currently 12th. Oh no, 13th. We're 13th. So we're only... Oh, we're a point. We're a point off... Yeah, we're a point. It's nothing. We're a point off the playoffs. Point off the knockout round. Liverpool are not in any danger. Honor Permo says Slot didn't do any coaching this. Just saying you didn't watch Liverpool. Honor Permo, Slot was absolutely lauded for his coaching. And Honor Permo says the incident is an echo chamber of people just wanting to be right and spreading crazy opinions. Well, it's I can be more edgier than you, isn't it? That's what it is. I can say something that's more controversial than you. That is often what you see on the internet, yeah, sadly. There's no room for balance. There's no room for context or nuance. No one wants that. That doesn't get clickbait. That doesn't get headlines. Callum says, not any danger. Brother, we lost 4-1 to PSV, not PSG. Yeah, but we're not in any danger. We're still, like I said, we're a point. We're a point off the knockout stage places. Like, we're not in any danger at all. And to be honest, we're in the knockout round, the knockout phase of the Champions League anyway, even if we finish where we are. Callum says that Irabunum looks unfit. He's not a good player, Tim Irabunum. He's not a good player at all, I don't think. Oh, come on. Sort yourself out, Key. There you go. Hugh says, United are better than Liverpool right now. Would you agree? No. No, I wouldn't agree. On the same basis that you're on the exact same points as us and you got knocked out of the only competition that you had a realistic chance of winning against Grimsby. So, yeah, no, I don't think Man United are better than Liverpool. Daniel, how confident are you ahead of the West Ham game? %80 that we get a win. I think we turn it round. I do think we turn it round. Monosaruk says, so Isak has 0 goals and Voltamada has 7 in the Prem. Yes, that's true, I think, yeah. User 688, blue and white shite, hello. And Nathan, didn't Liverpool get beat by United at home? We did, yes. Yeah, we did get beat by United at Anfield. But then that doesn't necessarily mean that United are better than Liverpool, does it? I mean, Grimsby beat Man United. That doesn't, you know... Are Grimsby better than United? By the same logic? No? Yes? It's odd, isn't it? Shell says he needs to bring Charlie on for Tim. I think he needs to bring a bit more width on. Like, I think Diblin, this is the game for Tyler Diblin. Throw him in. You're 3-0 down at home, you might as well start experimenting and throwing in players who you wouldn't otherwise have thrown in. And for me, I would be going Timmy Rabunum off, Beto on, and I would be going Kiernan Dewsbury Hall off. Either Kiernan Dewsbury Hall off, Charlie Alcaraz on, or no, drop him back. Drop Kiernan Dewsbury Hall back. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall back into the midfield alongside Garner, play him as a 2, and go and Die off the right, Grealish off the left, Beto and Tierno Barry up front. Play both your strikers. You need goals. Everton need a goal. To get back into this, Everton need a goal in like the next 15, 20 minutes, don't they? So they need something very, very quick. Up the mag, says Jaden. And Clarkey says, is Garner not suspended, Key? He is, yes. Garner is suspended. Garner Gay is suspended. But James Garner's in midfield. Nathan, is it nearly half-time? It is half-time. It is half-time, yeah. I've got, on YouTube, I've got a full clock and everything so you can see if it's half-time, just in case you do want to switch over. We've got a slightly different look and feel on YouTube. Chat's going busy just over there as well. Isaac says, Voltamada, best striker ever. I wouldn't go that far, but he's doing well, isn't he? And Callum says, well, Everton are back below us. That didn't last long. Have they actually gone back below us? Oh, don't say that. Have they actually? They've not, have they? They're ahead of us on points. They're ahead of us on points, aren't they? Oh, they've not as well. They've gone back below. Everton have got... We've not even had to play a game. They've gone back below us. Oh. Oh, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. Nathan, the way Grealish is picking up passes, I'd move him to 10 second half. He's never done well, though, in the middle, has he? For me, anyway, he's always thrived in that space where he is, and that's why... Like, Illiman and Dye's better on that left-hand side. If Everton were really going to make a change, they'd be better off putting Illiman and Dye on the left. Maybe taking Grealish off for Diblin. Because that I feel like they need pace, and Illiman and Dye is a better player than Jack Grealish, in my opinion. You'd want and Dye in his best position, and his best position is off the left, not off the right. It's crazy because they sacrifice and Dye by putting him out there, just so they can accommodate Grealish. And Dye still does all right on the right, but he's not the player that they want him to be. Scouse and Proud, we're shite, and Joe, am I in a dream? Is this real? And Will says, what do Everton do if you're David Moyes? Well, yeah, let's ask that question. What do Everton do if you're David Moyes here? You've got to make some changes. You're 2 goals, you're 3 goals down, but 2 of the goals have come from individual errors, massive individual errors from Jordan Pickford and Tim Irabunum. So they've got to try and do something a little bit different to force the issue. And I feel like the only way that happens is if Beto comes on alongside Tierno Barry and they go direct. I feel like that is what David Moyes will do. He can't not make any changes at half-time. He can't. If he makes no changes at half-time, the Everton fans will start to question him. You will get a massive change in tone from Everton fans and going, hang on a minute, you're 3-0 down at half-time. How are you letting them same 11 go back out second half? Tim Irabunum's had a shocker. He needs to come off. I understand not taking Jordan Pickford off. I can understand that. But Irabunum's had a shocker. He's not been in the game at all. He needs to come off, and we need extra presence up front. So why not go better? Why not go 4-4-2? Callum says, Everton go 4-4-2 and go for it. Anything can happen in football. And Joe, can you give some credit to Big Nick, please? For what? For what? The finish was quite good. But he was one-on-one with Pickford. There was no one around him. I feel like Pickford kind of made his mind up for him as well. But yeah, it was a good finish. It was a very tidy finish from Baltamada. Credit where it's due. And Isaac, opinions on Miley Key? He's all right. He's got an assist and a goal today, though, and that's what people will remember. He's got an assist and a goal, but I don't think he's been terrific. Put it this way, he's not had to really deal with any real pressure in the midfield. Newcastle overwhelm Everton in terms of numbers because Everton haven't got the same bodies in that midfield area. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall's kind of more of a 10, so you've got Irabunum and Garner up against Joe Linton, Bruno and Miley. So it feels like Newcastle have always got the extra man through the middle. Dewsbury-Hall's far too high. Joe says, go on, Key, bring Liverpool into it then. Oh, here we go. He can't help himself. Will says, Alcaraz and Beto would you go for? Well, do you know what? Shell's our Everton fan in the chat. I'll be guided by her. She has said she would bring Charlie Alcaraz on. Charlie Alcaraz got the winner against Newcastle last time these two met. They played at St James's Park. Alcaraz got the winner at the back end of last season. So maybe Charlie Alcaraz is the player to bring on. But for me, no, I think it would be, the best thing would be to bring on Beto. Bring Beto on, get a little bit of presence, a little bit of more physicality up there, try and go a bit more direct, and try and unsettle those Newcastle centre-halves. They've had it far too comfortable tonight. And part of that is because Tierno Barry hasn't put himself about enough. Do you know what it feels like with Tierno Barry? Because he's a big lad. He's a big, strong unit. He's fast. He's definitely got all the attributes physically to be a good Premier League centre-forward. It just feels like he's a bit meek. Like, you kind of want to say to him, go and bully him a little bit. Go and get stuck in. Go and leave one on the centre-half. If you get a yellow card, you get a yellow card. But go and bully him a little bit. Go and occupy him. He's far too standoffish, far too meek. It's like he's trying to play as the diminutive number 9 without being that guy. He's not that. He's a big, tall, bustling centre-forward, and he needs to kind of own that, lean into it. I feel like he's maybe in a bit of an identity crisis, Tierno Barry. But yeah, 3-0 down. Miley, Chow, I'll say Chow, because apparently that's how you pronounce it. Miley, Chow, and Voltamada with the goals. Elanga, Burnham, Miley with the assist as well. FM No Casual says, ref was dreadful in the Sunderland match. Wow. I haven't seen it. User 688 just noticed you took a few LFC tops down. I have, yes. That's also an identity change from my point of view, because we're not a Liverpool fan channel. I don't want to be seen as a Liverpool fan channel. We do all games. We watch all types of games. And I don't want people necessarily tuning in and going, The reason I put them up initially, the reason I put all the Liverpool shirts there is because I've got a lot of nice Liverpool shirts, but also it stopped people coming into the chat and going, who do you support? Like they'd come into the chat and they'd ask a question, I'd give them an answer and they'd go, who do you support? Just so they could kind of know where it was coming from. So they could disregard my opinion completely if I'm a Liverpool fan. So I'd always tell them. But now I put the shirts up and I thought, well, there you go. Now they know I don't have to tell them. I don't have to ask that question. But inevitably, I think that's going to get some people landing in the chat and going, he's a Liverpool fan. I'm not watching the game with a Liverpool fan. So I've made it a touch more neutral. I've introduced the Juve shirts, the Fiorentina shirts, the Atletico Madrid shirts, PSG just down here. I've got a bit of everything. I'm going to put Malaga shirts up and everything. Tim Mannion, Toon, Black and White Army. Good to see you, Tim. And Callum says, remember Stecklenburg and Robles. Stecklenburg and Robles, yeah. Robles was at Wigan as well, wasn't he? Callum, if Slot doesn't start Endo, Gomez, Robertson, Chiesa tomorrow, I'll be behind my cushion for 90 plus minutes. Callum, what's happening with Jared Branthwaite? Everton never got battered with him. I don't know what's happened with him, to be honest. I think he's just still out injured for a while. I think he's back in January, according to what they were saying on... Was it Toffee TV? I think I saw that on. Tolga, hello Key, Tottenham Fulham live. No. But what score? What is your prediction, Tolga, for Tottenham Fulham? Fulham win? Fulham win at Tottenham? Hull City. Good shout. Right, hang on a second. Spurs 0, Fulham 2, says Callum. You think Fulham are going to win at Spurs? And Will says 2 on Fulham win. I'm saying Isaac Pickford win with T-Rex arms, little arms Pickford. Will, how long have Standard Chartered sponsored Liverpool? 2000 and... 2013, 2012. No, it's before that. It's before that. We had Standard Chartered under Hodgson. Carragher was wearing the shirt when we had Standard Chartered. 2011. I'm going to say 2010-11 season was when Liverpool first switched to Standard Chartered. That would be my guess. I could be wrong. Callum says Spurs are dog and they have lost, I think, every London derby so far. Nathan, 2010. Oh, it was 2010. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was so early. Or so late, rather. Isaac, see what happens when Pope isn't stinking out the pitch. To be fair, Ramsdale's not had to do anything. You could have had Pope tonight and Pope wouldn't have made any difference and Ramsdale hasn't made any difference. Charlie Alcaraz about to come on. Shell, you're getting your wish. Who's he coming on for? There's a substitute at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, but who for, Chris Kamara? Timmy Rabunum. No surprise there. Timmy Rabunum has stunk the gaff out today. He is gone. Isaac, yeah, but Ramsdale has more than 4 combined brain cells. 5, just a 5, has he? M8799, how about a Man United, but instead they want to deflect onto Van Dijk Rio. Deflect onto Van Dijk Rio got benched by Phil Jones. Listen, have a look at where Rio Ferdinand was and Nemanja Vidic was at Virgil van Dijk's age. Go and have a look. That tells you all you need to know. Virgil van Dijk's playing for the champions and still playing at the highest level in the Champions League. Nemanja Vidic was on his arse at Inter Milan, borderline ready to retire, and Rio Ferdinand was doing the same at QPR. So, yeah. Virgil van Dijk. They love to use this period of his career to explain the Virgil van Dijk we've seen previously, which obviously makes no sense. Isaac says the Hill Dicky isn't very tricky, it seems. Dylan United, Vidic and Ferdinand won more than Van Dijk. So, what's that got to do with anything? Do you think that shows how good a player you are by how much you've won? Is that your argument? Because I think you'll fall very, very flat very quickly if your argument is that the better individual player wins more trophies. Because I can absolutely assure you there's plenty of anomalies that throw that argument in the shit. Chris says he's been shite for 3 years, mate. Oh, has he? All right, okay. I could have sworn he was one of our best players last year, but okay, fair enough. I must have got that one wrong. What a brew says, well, look at Lucas Vasquez. Good player, won everything over and over and over again, but never a great player. It's true. See, Dylan, you're saying that, mate, but you've not got an answer, have you? You've not got an answer. There's plenty of players who've won lots and lots and lots who weren't very good, and there's plenty of players who were absolutely sensational and never won an awful lot. Jimmy Traore's got a Champions League winners medal. Eric Cantona hasn't. King Eric, hey? King Eric hasn't got what Jimmy Traore's got. Sean says, all the United fans piping up. Listen, you've got to let United fans have their little moment. Let them have their little moment. Dylan van Dijk couldn't lace Vidic's and Ferdinand's boots, mate. Oh, all right, okay. Vidic was always good for 3 points against us. United were down to 10 men every time he played. He shit himself against Torres every game. John Terry is clear. John Terry is possibly the worst teammate you could ever hope for. Apart from racially abusing players and shagging teammates' wives, probably not the best icon, is he? Wes Brown was better than Van Dijk. Yeah. John O'Shea as well. Throw John O'Shea in as well. I think Mikel Sylvester was better than Virgil van Dijk, wasn't he? Mikel Sylvester and John O'Shea and Henning Berg. Henning Berg probably was as well. Jaap Stam. Ronnie Johnson was as well for a spell. Definitely, Ronnie Johnson was better than Virgil van Dijk. Tolga, the only thing I can't do is not happen the day before, but I will solve this too. If I solve it, we will make $1 trillion. Chance, far post, must be, oh, nearly 4-0. Nearly 4-0. Sean says, didn't Cantona drop kick a United fan? He did. He did, yes. Dylan, didn't Suarez racially abuse Everett? Yeah, allegedly so. Allegedly so. On balance of probability, yes. But again, Luis Suarez, I'm not sitting here defending Luis Suarez's character either. The guy was spitting and biting at old men the other week, so I'm not defending his character one jot. 92FC says, I cannot spell, but Kanchelskis was a great player. Yeah, Kanchelskis is a player United probably shouldn't have sold. I think he was one that Ferguson said he regretted selling early. Martin McDonough, 9 out of 12 loss-made games gone. Shocking, innit? Absolutely shocking. And Callum, we have to see a Gordon goal today. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, Anthony Gordon off the bench to get a 5th for Newcastle. Please. They're in here, Everton, if they get it. Barry. Oh, Barry. What are you doing? And die. Easy. Tierno Barry had a chance there. He had a chance there. Do you know, I do want Everton to lose, but I'm rooting for this kid. It's built into me now. I'm rooting for him. I want him to score. Even as a red, I really want Tierno Barry to get one. Just to get him off the mark. Can't be going through a season not scoring. Jago Aspas even did that. Fabian Geschwind. Good evening. Watching your stream from Durban in South Africa. Wow. Good to see you, Fabian. Thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate you popping in the chat. Who do you think will win today? Obviously, Newcastle 3-0 up. Do you think we've got maybe a comeback on the cards? And who do you support as well, Fabian? Tolga, the numerical data changes 100 times until the match time. If they never change the data, I can make everyone earn millions of dollars a day. Yes, Tolga. Love it. Will Inter Miami have got some ex-Barca players? They have, yeah. Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Alba. They're all starting to retire though now, aren't they? Fabian, been supporting Liverpool since 1976. Wow. Bloody hell. Everton down the left-hand side. I was going to say, well, you've seen all the teams then, haven't you? You've seen all of the greats. All the European Cup wins. 77, 78, 81, 84. 2005, of course. Will's Wizards, do you like Messi? Do you think Messi will retire soon? I think Messi probably goes back to Barcelona at some point. But yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan as well, Fabian. Although not as far back as 1976. Early 90s for me, when the Souness era. Off the line, Everton, strike, off the bar. Oh, unlucky. Very nearly 3-1. Yeah, early 90s, Souness, Roy Evans era. That's when I started supporting us. My dad's been going since 1972, though. He's home and away. Newcastle give the ball away. Shocking that. Poor crossbar challenge for Alcaraz. Everton need to be a little bit more clinical in them circumstances. He didn't need to break the net. He just needed to get that on target. He needed to guide that. That needed to be a nice casual side foot. Three-star Red slotting Argos today, looking for some Premier points. Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. We've had all the old japes out, all the Oh, he was driving a bit too fast. He was desperate for 3 points. We've had all that. We've had all that. Eddie says, why do you hate Arsenal so much? When Arsenal score, you're like, please rule it out. I don't hate Arsenal. I just don't want them to win because they're a rival for the title. That's all. I don't hate them. I want Arsenal to win tomorrow against Chelsea for what it's worth. I hate Chelsea. I want Arsenal to win more than I want Chelsea to win, absolutely. Fabian says, I've seen us at our worst. I will never stop supporting them. What would you... Sure, I mean, look, if you've supported us since 1976, then surely our worst during that period probably would have been those early to mid-90s. That spell when I first started supporting them, when we had Torben Pitchnick and Nicky Tanner and players like that, and yeah, there was a claim for a goal there, but it was never ever happening. Unlucky. Yeah, and Clough up front. Be yourself, Dylan. What do you think final score will be? I think it will be 4-1. Everton 1, Newcastle 4. Eddie says rivalries aside, Arsenal have been good though. They have been good. Again, I'm not denying that. Arsenal have been good. They're a very, very good side. I'm sure they will win tomorrow. I'm sure they'll wrap the title up. Barnes is in. Hit it. Oh, nearly 4. Got to finish that, Harvey Barnes. Do you know what? He should have lobbed him. He should have lobbed him. Jake O'Brien gets caught out, and this is why Everton need a right back. Harvey Barnes. Oh, unlucky. It's a good save in the end from Pickford, but he's got to finish that, I think. Really does put the game beyond doubt. 92 FC, I once scored a pen against Tim Krul at St James's Park at a Newcastle Open Day, 2010, I think. Nice. And Will's Wizard says should have gone for the lob there. Yeah, I agree. I think so too. Here is Livramento. Ball back into the box. Over to the far post. Big chance here. Must be. Hit it. Off the line. Is it going to be a penalty? No. I thought that hit his hand. I thought he hit his hand on the line there. Lewis Hall. Good ball in. Chance. Oh, it's 4. It's 4. And it's Chow again. It's Chow again. And it's Chow to Everton. Malik Chow with the goal. 4-0. Yes, look at the limbs in that away end. Oh, hey, that stadium will empty now. Look at them. They're already filtered into the exit. They're all doing the Everton walk. Moyes. Oh, what's going on, Davey? What's going on? He's got red hair, but we don't care. Davey Moyes. Love it. Ball comes in here. Voltamada with a strike. I thought that hit his hand. I thought that should have been a red card. The ball comes back out. Anyway, here it is. Lewis Hall. He hangs it up to the far post. What a ball in that is. Oh, that is absolutely sensational. What a ball. What a goal. Absolutely fully deserved. Newcastle 4-0 up. And I'm going to have to revise my prediction because I said it was going to be 4-1. This might be 6 or 7 now. This might be 6 or 7. There you go. Be yourself, Dylan. This will be 6-0. M15 just had to cash out 18.59 in returns, but Everton defo ain't scoring. Cashed 5.70. Nice. Well done, mate. Very nice. Good lad. Anyone who takes money off them bookies is good by me. Tolga, I'm glad you think it's okay. My only goal is to dry the system and keep the losers afloat. Very pleased to meet you. Yes, you too, Tolga. The Eastern Reds, I'm loving this. Oh, Moisey. Look at him. He's raging. He's absolutely raging. Leon Steadman, Kidderminster Harriers will 3-1. Everton ball in. Straight out of play. Shocking. Ben Hughes says, ciao, Everton. Isaac, best centre-back ever. And Callum says, 32 minutes left. Everton fans to hide behind your cushions because Gordon will score too. Alamgir Hussein Ali says, Voltamada is better than Isaac. No, he's not. No, he's not. But he's had a good start to his Newcastle career. But look at all them Everton fans filtering out. They're out of the stadium before the 60th minute. Christ, they've barely sat down. They've barely sat down. Get back. What are you doing? Ryan says, Key, who do you think should be fullbacks for England? Hall returning complicates things for me. Nico O'Reilly should be Liverpool. I'd love it if he was Liverpool's. Nico O'Reilly should be England's left back. Absolutely 1,000,000%. Like, that's not even in doubt. 1,000,000% Nico O'Reilly is England's best left back. The second best left back is Lewis Hall. On the right, it should be Tino Livramento, because he won't play Trent Alexander-Arnold. It should be Nico O'Reilly, Trent Alexander-Arnold. They are the best two. But it will be, probably, Dan Burn and Reece James. So, I don't like Thomas Tuchel. I don't think he should be managing England, but that's my take. I don't think he will pick a side that I would pick anyway, and I think he'll play a style of football I wouldn't want us to play. But then again, I'm not that arsed anyway, because I'm not an England fan. I don't care. I don't care who wins. Grealish gets the ball in. Chance. Oh, cleared away. Too easy. Too easy. And Be Yourself Dylan says Harvey Barnes might play for Scotland. He could do, yeah. I think he probably will. I'm almost certain that we'll see Harvey Barnes switch his nationality with the World Cup coming up. He's starting to cause regular problems for fullbacks for Newcastle. Scotland would absolutely welcome him, I'm sure. Oh, that should have been an handball, that should have been a handball. How funny is that? How funny is that? Harvey Barnes absolutely handballs it on the line. It hits his hand on the line. If Everton fans start claiming about that, I'm sorry, that's nonsense. You're 3-0 down by the point that happens. But Harvey Barnes does hit his hand on the line. It wouldn't have been a red card. It wouldn't have been a red card. So before anyone starts, that wouldn't have been a red card. But it should have been probably an Everton penalty. If I'm dead honest, if I'm being brutally honest, I do think Barnes should have had a penalty given against him there. And that's me as a biased Liverpool fan. I've got to say that should have been a penalty to Everton. Don't think it would have changed the results, because they'd have still been 3-1 down. But I do still think it should have been given as a penalty. Will says it's a goal scoring opportunity saved. It's not though, because it's not deliberate. It's not a deliberate handball. It's got to be deliberate handball. If it's on the line and it hits his hand, then it'd be exactly the same as like it hitting your hand if you use it in scoring a goal. It's not the same. He might have got a yellow card, but I don't even think he'd have got a yellow card, because it would have been seen as unintentional. It would have been absolutely unintentional. Callum Coyle, are you doing Fulham after? I'm not, mate, no. No, I'm not doing Fulham. 3 big games tomorrow, though, that I am doing. I'm doing all 3 of them back-to-back. Palace against Manchester United, followed very quickly after that by Liverpool away at West Ham, and then on to Chelsea Arsenal at 4:30. So I'm live for all 3 of them tomorrow. But tonight I am only doing Everton against Newcastle. And I'm so glad that I did. Yeah, come on Newcastle. First away win in the Premier League this season. Jake, this could be 7-0. Barry! Oh, he scored! He scored one! Finally! Tierno Barry, look how excited he is! It's 4-1! And my prediction is back on! Do you know what as well? He sliced it! He has properly sliced it! Like, that is the most spawny goal you're ever likely to see. He doesn't even mean that. He just throws a leg out at it. Hey, I'm made up for him anyway. It's shocking, really, but he just, he just slices it. Oh, it's going to get ruled out. It's going to get ruled out. Oh, the poor lad. Oh, Tierno Barry, I'm so sorry for you, mate. It's going to get ruled out. It's gonna get ruled out. Oh no. Oh, I'm so gutted. I really am. I know it doesn't look like it, but I really am gutted for him. Oh, I'm so gutted for you, lad. It's got to get ruled out. Oh, fucking hell. He can't do outright, the lad. He literally gets... And look how excited he was as well. He was so excited. Oh, mate. Oh... Even I, as a Liverpool fan here, I'm absolutely gutted. Oh, it's so grim. It's gonna be chalked off. MC, this could be a bit of a blow to Everton's European hopes. Do you think so? Yeah, just a tad. But there you go, it has been chalked off. Oh, Tierno Barry, poor lad. Poor lad. His confidence is just going to be on the floor at the minute. Fucking hell. Ben Hughes, Dortmund 2-0 up away at Everton. Sorry, at Leverkusen. And Fabian says, I really want Chelsea to beat Arsenal to win tomorrow. They must drop points. Oh, see, I'm rooting for Arsenal. I don't want Chelsea getting anywhere close to that title. And I don't think they will. But I just can't be arsed with Chelsea are crap. Chelsea are awful. Arsenal will win the title at some point because they've spent £1 billion. They've spent more than Liverpool, double what Liverpool have. So at some point they've got to win it. I'm fine with that. I've made my peace with that. They're not very entertaining, but they'll probably win it at some point, and it might well be this year. But Chelsea can't win it. Can't win a title with Robert Sanchez in goal and a Champong and Badiashile and Fofana at the back and tossing Adrabayo. I'm sorry, there's no way a defence like that wins the title. They can't even be involved in the title race. It's shocking. It's beyond a joke. Voltamada doing very well there. And Will says, will there ever be a Premier League season where every single team is just goalkeepers? No, probably not, mate. Rockies, mate, shut up. You're awful. Oh, hit me where it hurts. Callum McCoyle says he's on the goal given. No, it's not. It's been chalked off, lad. Chalked off. MC, Arsenal have been more entertaining lately. Arteta's took the shackles off a bit. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's entertaining. They're still breaking teams down by being fortunate and getting set piece goals and whatever. So once they get that first goal, they always look better. Leverkusen, Dortmund, Dortmund. Dewsbury Hall. Has he got one back? Have they got one back? They've got one back. It's 4-1. Oh, 4-1. Hey, they've managed to get one in the end. What's he doing here? Oh, do you know what? Fair enough. That's some goal, actually. Fair enough. That's an absolutely insane take. That is absolutely unbelievable goal. What an absolutely incredible finish that is from Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Touch The touch there is unbelievable. Absolutely outrageous. That's the goal of the night, that. That is the goal of the night. Right, Elanga off for Willock, and Barnes is coming off for Ramsey. So both players who are a little bit more central, probably just to narrow the pitch up a bit, make the game, close the game out. 20 minutes to go. Newcastle very much still on top, even though Everton have got the results, got the goal. I still don't think we're going to see anything in the way of a comeback. Great goal in fairness. Scouse B, that's a great goal. That. It's different class, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely unbelievable finish from Dewsbury Hall. Fabulous. Reminds me a little bit of Suarez, you know. Do you know the one that Suarez got against Newcastle? Really good goal, that. On the spin. But still a long way to go. Everton, Illiman and Die. Barry. Goal kick. It's not Barry's night. It is not Barry's night. Poor fella, Tierno Barry. Poor fella. Fabian says, what do you think of our defence? In my opinion, they are too old. Well, I think that's kind of why we're seeing the issues we're seeing, Fabian. I really do, because we're basically seeing Liverpool transition from Andy Robertson, 33, 32, whatever he is, to Kirkes, 21. Trent Alexander-Arnold's gone, so we've got Conor Bradley, 21, Frimpong, who's not played really, but he's 24, he's in a new league, so we've got new players on both sides of the pitch there. We've got an 18-year-old centre-back we've just signed. We're probably going to end up bringing Jarrell Kwanzaa back at some point. We've got Mamardashvili, who's come in evidently to replace Alisson. Alisson's 30, 31, 32, and Mamardashvili's like 24. So, again, we're signing youth across the pitch. Wirtz, 21. Ekatike, 22. Rio Engamoa, 17. Like, these are all players who are in and around our first team. So, the whole squad needed bringing down in terms of age. And that's maybe why we are, or at least not why we are, but one of the reasons why we are where we are, because we've signed too many players too quickly, and they're all very young and inexperienced, both in this league and in football. So, you know, you can't expect players to come in and just adapt very quickly. That's very rare. You don't tend to find players coming in, especially not young players, coming into the Premier League and just taking to it immediately. It usually takes about a year. Jimmy, hey man, nice to see the Toffees getting battered. And Loco says, and you still tell me this Kieran Dewsbury Hall isn't a better signing than Wirtz this season. Well, he isn't. He isn't a better signing than Wirtz. Kieran Dewsbury Hall won't do anything in his career compared to what Florian Wirtz will. Razine, how you doing, mate? I'm good, mate. How are you? Good to see you. Barcelona managing to turn it round today, wasn't it? Was it Alaves you played today? You went a goal down, didn't you, Barca? And 92FC says, what is the legend Steve Burrows up to? I don't know. That's a new one on me. Q says, you've got a feel for him, Barry. He's giving 100%. And MC says, that's why I think Everton have a shot at Europe. They have a few players who can produce magic. No, not... They're not really. Not really. They've also got a very, very limited side across the pitch. There's no way Everton make Europe. Just not happening. Newcastle, corner ball. Pickford pushes it out. Cleared away. MKA13 says, evening, Key. Good to see you. And Q says, all right, let's not take it that far. I think Kieran will get a few trophies, lad. Do you think? I think Kieran Dewsbury Hall will get a few trophies. At Everton. History tells you otherwise, doesn't it? And MC says you sounded like Harry Redknapp talking about Scotty Cannon there. This boy will go right to the very top. right to the very top. Loco, we do get Europe key. Everyone is telling you we will, and you're the only one denying. Well, okay, well, listen. Loco. Loco by name, loco by nature, evidently. Because I'll tell you something, mate. I won't see you at the end of the season. Come the end of the season, you won't be on this channel because Everton won't have got Europe and you'll have disappeared. And I might see you maybe at the start of next season when you'll have another little wild prediction because Everton will have signed, I don't know, some other shite player from Man United or Chelsea who they don't want. You'll go and sign. Do you know you'll end up signing? Do you know it's a prime Everton signing? You'll get Liam Delap on loan, and you'll get someone like I was going to say Lindelof then, but he's already gone Villa. Someone like that though. So Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's a very Everton signing. You'll get Harry Maguire, and you'll get Liam Delap on loan. And that'll be the tale of Everton next season. Razine, yes, really had a much more improved pressing intensity today than the last games. Usually Lamin masterclass, and glad that Rafinha and Olmo are back in form. Fayaz and Luke. Well, yeah, Luke Shaw to Everton seems like an obvious one as well. They need a left back, don't they, Everton? Mikalenko's out of contract at the end of this season. 92 LFC, 92 FC says, do you think Isak would not celebrate if he scores at Newcastle out of respect? Yeah, probably. But do you know what? I don't know though, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like Isak disrespected him. Oh, what is going on here? Have I gone down? Hang on a second. Hang on. Hang fire. Right, hang on, hang fire. I need to... My camera's overheated. My camera's overheated. I just need to put the fan on it 1 second. That's how high tech we have it here. Right, let's try again. Let's try again. Are we still turned on? We are. We're on. We're okay. Jimmy, hang on. How is it overheating? I don't know, mate. I wish I knew. All I know is that it sometimes just decides, oh, I've had enough. And I just see it in the corner. It just goes, yeah, I've had enough, and it goes off. So I have to put the fan on it to cool it down while it's running, which I know is mad, but that's the only thing that I've found that works. So there you go. For a high-tech equipment, this sometimes does just overheat. But it's not even that hot. It's not hot in here. It's a couple of electrical devices running, but nothing that would kick out that much heat that it's boiling. It's, middle of... Are we in winter yet? We are in winter, aren't we? Jimmy, engineer key. Not quite. MC says... Oh, we've done that one. Sorry. Clarky, what's your prediction for Palace v United tomorrow, Key? I think Palace will win 2-1. 2-1, I think. Timbo, Newcastle don't win away from home for 8 months and then win 4-1. What? It's still time yet. They could be on for 5 here. They could be on for 5. Finish it! Finish it! Oh, what are you doing? He's garbage, Jim Ramsey. He's absolute garbage. You were on one-on-one. How many? Do you know they've missed? They're 4-1 up Newcastle, and they've missed 3 one-on-ones. They've missed 3 clear one-on-ones. Goal kick. Shocking. Oh, has it happened again? It's happened again. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Right, this should be fine now. This should work. Second time's the charm. Sorry. Ignore all that. The next time, it's done. I'm back on. I am back, I promise. Ben, you don't lose your shit like Goldbridge does when he has technical difficulties. To be honest, it might work, it might not. I don't know. I'm hoping it just lasts to the end of the stream now and then I can figure it out tomorrow. But it's only ever happened like a handful of times. It's just annoying that it does it during a stream. Alex, massive support from the Faroe Islands. Take care. Oh my god, that has absolutely made my day. Love that you're watching from the Faroe Islands, mate. Big love to the Faroe Islands. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the super chat. Who do you support, by the way, Alex? Nathan, you sound like Peter Kay. I don't mean to sound... I don't even know where that comes from because he's Bolton. I'm nowhere near Bolton. Nowhere near. Jake, when was the last time Everton... Oh, yeah, back in 2006, Everton fans. 2006. Timbo, it's a shame Liverpool will ruin your weekend. They will. I know they will. I can see it coming tomorrow. We'll have a wonderful time. We watch Everton get smashed against Newcastle. I'm going to watch Palace beat United. And then, knowing my luck, Liverpool gets snotted. Liverpool gets snotted off West Ham. And if that happens, honestly, there's a chance they'll rage quit against Arsenal, Chelsea. I might not even do that one. I will. I definitely will. I will. I'm not a shithouse. I absolutely still will be there, even if it's bad. Alex, I'm an Inter Milan fan. All right, nice. And I actually was in Madrid a few days ago for the game against Atletico Madrid with the Inter Ultras. Oh, nice. How did you find the Wanda Metropolitano as a stadium? And it was an amazing game. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but the atmosphere was unbelievable. Yeah, I've heard good things. I've never been to Atletico Stadium, but I've heard it's very good from a few friends that went there when Liverpool were in the Champions League final there against Spurs. Owen says, Christ, mate, you're smiling. Listen, I'm always smiling, even when Liverpool are getting beat. I know it might not seem it in the moment, but, life's good. Like, as long as just, when you wake up in the morning, if you do that and you're not touching wood, it's a good day. Every day is good. It's all good. Timbo, Cole Palmer could start versus Arsenal. Huge news. Would you start him, though? Like, he's not really played all that well, and when he has played... I don't know. Would you start him? I wouldn't. Alex, the stadium was beautiful. I was also in Barcelona in April for the semi-finals. It was much crazier. Oh, God, yeah. The Barcelona game against Inter. That was a great game, wasn't it? We watched that on this channel. A great game. Inter were quite unlucky in that because I thought Inter should have done better on the night. I know you still went through and got to the final anyway, but I thought you were the better side on the night. Tierno Barry's desperate for a goal. Should we bring Elliott back? No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't bring Harvey Elliott back because I don't think he's necessarily what Liverpool need. And I think it's better for him, better for his career, to stay out. Somewhere that will play him. I don't think he's right at Villa. I think we should maybe get him a move somewhere else. Villa evidently have decided they don't want him. Alex says, I'm not too familiar with English stadiums though. I was in Tottenham Hotspur a few years ago against Crystal Palace. Lovely. And facts, I've got an Everton football shirt in my football shirt collections. Nice. Swap it for a Liverpool. I'll send you the Liverpool kit. Stick around and I'll get you the Liverpool kit. Timbo says, I probably wouldn't start him, no, but the thought of him and Esteval playing together is beautiful. Add Quenda next year. Oof. Cole Palmer's not a number 10. I'm going to fight you on that. Cole Palmer is not a number 10. Every time you play him at a number 10, he's nowhere near the player he should be. He's too good to be at number 10. He is off that right-hand side for me. So that would mean that Esteval is off the left. Even though he plays off the right, doesn't he, as well? It's going to be very difficult to accommodate all three of them. Quenda, Esteval, and Cole Palmer. I imagine Quenda ends up being like a backup to Garnacho. Ryan says, Arsenal result tomorrow, win needed. As a Liverpool fan, I want Arsenal to win tomorrow. I'm not really excited about either result, I'll be honest. I think I'd rather a draw. Maybe a draw would be the best result. Yeah, there you go. I'm rooting for a draw. An Arsenal win would annoy me. A Chelsea win would really, really upset me. So I don't want a Chelsea win. A draw would be probably the best result all round. Timbo, he did score 4 goals versus Brighton and Everton playing number 10, but apart from that, sure. I don't know, but that's irrelevant. that's just statistical nonsense, that. I just always think back to like the Conference League final, and there's lots of big, like whenever he came in off the right hand side for England, he scored from the right hand side in the European Championships final against Spain. When Chelsea started him at number 10 in the Conference League final, he was garbage. They moved him to the right hand side and he started to affect the game. He ends up creating the winner. I feel like that's a big thing with Cole Palmer, is to have him that freedom from the right, and putting him in that position just doesn't seem to work to me if you put him in the 10. 92 FC says, our local Sunday team had no goalkeeper one time, so I went in goal. We lost 22-0. I only went to watch the game, and that was a few years back. 22-0, eh? You could get a game for Everton. Callum says, Key, where did you get some of them shirts? All over the place. All, like, across many, many number of years. I've picked them up in different places. Like the PSG shirt one down here, I got that in Paris. When I was in Paris in 2001. It's got Ronaldinho on the back. It's all peeling. It's all, the shirt it's that old. But I've got the Ronaldinho, I got Ronaldinho on the back of that shirt when he was at PSG. So I've just picked them up over the years. That one is actually, do you know what? I think that one is my big brother's. That one is my big brother's shirt. And he's not really into football, but he was only about 8 or 9 at the time. Or was he? No, he'd have been older than that. He'd been more like 10, 11 at the time when that kit came out. But that was my older brother's kit. That one is mine, the green one, from whenever it came out, 98, 99 season. Tolga says, there is a Fenerbahce Galatasaray match on Monday. I'm a die-hard Galatasaray fan. Wow. Hakan Şükür and Hasan Sass. I'm just going to shout Galatasaray players at you now. Daniel, what do you think of Arsenal's pre-game song? Oh, it's cringy, innit? No Flandern forever, forever and ever. Oh, it's just absolute cringe. Ugh. Arsenal will probably beat Chelsea 3 or 4-0. And Timbo says he's more creative on the right, more of a goal scorer in the 10. It's how I'd sum it up. Okay, that feels a bit more. I can get on board with that. Oh, naughty tackle from Ghana. Oh, that's a red! That is a red! That is a red card every single day. Oh, that's naughty, that. That's a naughty one. That should be a red card for Ghana. Minimum yellow. If they had orange cards, he'd have got one. He's not even got a card. Oh, Anthony Gordon's coming on here. Icardi, Osimhen, yes. Harry Kewell. Harry Kewell back in the day. Didier Drogba, of course. MC says Palmer needs to be playing number 10 for his World Cup chances. He won't get in the England team off the right. I think he will. I think he's got a better chance off the right ahead of Saka than he does in the number 10 spot ahead of either Foden or Bellingham. Foden and Bellingham will get in that 10 spot ahead of Palmer. He can play off. He's better than Saka. I think he should be at the right. If it was me, I would be putting. Would I go Foden? No, I'd go Bellingham. I'd go Bellingham in the 10. And even though Foden's been playing really well, I'd go Bellingham in the 10. I would go. It's who you have on the left. It's probably going to be Rashford. You can't, and you'd end up shoehorning Foden in on the left, but it's not the right thing. It would probably be Look at the state of him here, booing him. It would probably be Rashford off the left, which is a real downgrade compared to the rest, but it would be Bellingham and then Palmer off the left. Off the right, sorry. In my opinion. Daniel, when Arsenal win tomorrow, I'll buy my first Arsenal shirt. Oh, you're such a turncoat, you big Coventry fan. Timbo, there's 5 points between 14th and 3rd. What is going on in this league? Well, that is the same up and down the Premier League, to be honest. Not in the Premier League, up and down the English football pyramid. It's the same in League 1. It's the same in League 2 and the Championship. There's so much, like 2-3 places, or 2-3 points separating like 12 teams. +7 added on minutes. Yeah, let me just add that, sorry. No, it's 5. I don't know why you've got plus 7. It's only 5 added on. Yeah, we could do with Gordon to score here. Daniel says score prediction for the Saturday night game. I'm going to go for Tottenham 1-0. I think we're going to see a really drab, low-scoring game, Tottenham and Fulham. Drab and dull. Fulham will come playing for a point. Tottenham, they need to win. Thomas Franks is going to be very cagey. He won't want to concede. So I think both managers will be looking at it as, do you know what? We need a win, but Fulham will be accepting a point and Tottenham will be overly cautious because I think Thomas Frank will know a defeat and the pressure will really start to mount on him. I don't think that's justified, by the way. Thomas Frank should get, at the very least, a season. But he's a wonderful manager and I think there's pressure mounting on him already. So I think he will be instructing the players not to take any chances, to be patient, to take the time, to wait for the right opportunity, all that sort of stuff. So therefore you'll see probably a game of very few chances and maybe one of them going in. So I'm going to go 1-0, low scoring, maybe Spurs 1-0, maybe Fulham 1-0. Callum says, let's hope Robertson gets stretched off with a neck brace on tomorrow. That's very harsh. It's not very nice, is it? MC says he'll not get ahead of Saka. Bellingham and Foden don't really perform for England. I think he has to get ahead of Saka. I think he's better than Saka, Cole Palmer, personally. Timbo says Palmer is better than Saka, but the right wing spot is Saka's to lose because he's done so well for England there. And Daniel, big gap in the Championship. Coventry are 13 points ahead of 3rd place and a massive goal difference. Yeah, but when you look at the rest of the table, it's all very, very much condensed. Daniel, do you think it's gone stale at Fulham, or is their league position reflective of their squad? I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think Marco Silva is a manager who we know that he flirted with Saudi Arabia, and I think the players probably know that. And I don't think they never really added well in the summer. I'm not really sure what the whole Kevin signing was about. Chukwueze, another one. I don't really think they added. They were stable. They were stable. They didn't really lose any big stars. But Fulham, to me, are a team that, yeah, they're going to be mid to lower bottom half. I would put Fulham about 14th. 13th, 14th. Which is odd because they've been very steady for a couple of seasons now. But I think they'll have a bad season this year. They won't be in any danger of going down, but I think what happens is they probably fade out towards the end of the season and Marco Silva leaves. Marco Silva will go and get a job in Saudi, and next season we might see a more progressive Fulham. Maybe they'll appoint someone who's maybe a bit more forward thinking. Callum says, have you seen Leone? He could be back in training in January. No, that's far too soon. That's the last thing you want for him. I know he's a young lad and he's made progress, but no, we should be enforcing that he doesn't play football again this season. Like, keep him back. You don't want to rush players back from an ACL. Not like that at that age. His body's still growing, his body's still developing and stuff. You don't want him to develop incorrectly, I guess. Daniel, it'll be missed when Coventry get promoted, and MC could argue Palmer has more potential, but Saka is higher level and he has that right wing spot. I think Palmer's more of a difference maker, but Saka has... You're right, Saka is more consistent for England. But, yeah. And listen, England are very blessed to have both of them. And Jared Bowen as well, let's not forget him. England are absolutely blessed in those wide areas and central areas in the attacking midfield. But, yeah, it's balance, isn't it? Strike. Oh, unlucky. Tyler Diblin. Oh, it's Dewsbury Hall. I thought it was Tyler Diblin on the pitch. There you go, full time. Everton 1, Newcastle 4. Way, get in there, Everton. Falling to a big, big defeat. Newcastle getting their first away win of the season in the Premier League. And their first win away from home in 10 games. I think. Oh, so they've only got... No, they've got one. They've got one away from home, which was Union St Gilloise. But they've got one win in 9 before this away from home. So a bad night for Everton. A really, really good trip for Newcastle. Nick Voltemada with a goal. 2 for Malik Chow. And who else scored? Who else scored for Newcastle? 2 for Chow. Voltemada. Miley. Oh, yeah. Pickford throwing it in his own net. Well, there you go. Listen, good game, good performance for Newcastle. They'll be absolutely delighted. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night I will be back. Tomorrow morning I'll be back for 3 massive games. Palace against Manchester United, followed by West Ham against Liverpool, followed by Arsenal against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. If you haven't yet, please do give us a like, follow, subscribe. I am live every single day watching games of football. I watch more games than any other football YouTube channel. Watch more games of football. On course for 600 games this year in 2025. So if you like football watch-alongs, whoever you support, whatever your club is, make sure you give us a like, make sure you subscribe. On TikTok, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, Key Thomas, Premier League Dad, go and search me up. Thank you ever so much for everyone that's liked, that's commented, for the super chats, for the new members that have joined. Thank you everyone that's subbed. I will be back tomorrow. Look at Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe doing that. Oh, they're going to absolutely cane him. Oh, I'm made up. I'm chuffed with that now. I'm absolutely made up Newcastle won. I'll see you all tomorrow for the big 3 games. United Palace, West Ham Liverpool. Come on Liverpool. And Chelsea Arsenal. Take it easy. Have a nice Saturday night.